Hello everyone, this is Alicia with Ali.plans.cuteness, and I am here today to make a spread, more of like a daily but kind of decorative or art journal type spread. I'm sure there's like specific things that people consider art journals, but I've been doing this. Let's see, I made this one, just kind of using this as a journal to experiment, to play with new kinds of mediums. I've been having fun bringing different things in. This was like a little shaker pocket attempt. It kind of works. You can see it in there. Just building in some different ideas, putting a tipping in there. This one I have a little surprise in the pocket. There's some place to journal if I would like to, but I have just found that instead of, like, I make the spreads, that's my favorite part. I like looking at my spreads, but I end up not writing in them. In fact, you can see here I have, this is the journal. Oh, this is a little rainbow pages I haven't finished yet. But this is a journal where I would theoretically write in my notes. And I had so much fun making all of these pages. But then they don't get written in. I have some for July, right? And they're so fun. I enjoy using different products and being creative. But they're all blank. So I wanted to keep making things, and I probably will still keep making regular spreads. Sometimes I use them in phases, but what I think makes the most sense for me right now is to make more artistic journals. So today has been a little bit of a rough start for today, so I wanted to do something that kind of represented that and also helped to kind of bring me up to make things more positive. So this kit is from Little Bits Box, designed by Mommy Lay, and it's one of my favorites. I love rainbows, I love unicorns, hence this is the perfect kit for me. You can see I've used a decent amount of it already, but she gives you so much. There's like 10 sticker sheets, there's a ton of different die cuts, there's lots to do. She also does include stamps and stencils. The stencils I'm using are not from this kit. I don't know if I'm going to use these stamps today, but I just wanted to make something kind of like a rainy scene, but make it fun and upbeat, just to kind of, I think that represents my day. So I have here, and this is a big experiment. I'm pretty new to ink blending and mixed media and all of that. And I think that's good for people to see. You're going to watch me make mistakes and decide like, oh, that was a bad idea. And I'm okay with that because I think that's the process. So I tried to have all the things I think I might use ready to go. I think I'm going to start by making just kind of a light blue on a green background, because I am trying to make this like a scene. And then I was thinking like a darker blue or turquoise for the rain. And I'm actually wondering, I have this stencil, I've not used it before, but this little, like, it has these shadow elements. It might be fun to do some pink and purple clouds instead of the normal cloud colors. So we'll see. Again, if it turns out terrible, oh well, we had fun and we played and we tried it. So the way I keep my colors organized, so I have these little, you know, one of those boxes that has all the little containers in it. I put my colors, try to kind of organize them in a box, and then I just have like swatches in here. Just took a blank notebook and put in swatches to pick colors. So I think I want something kind of light for the background, but I don't want it to be dim or dusky. So I think this sea breeze might be perfect. It's light, but it's not like kind of a grayish or even though it's a rainy scene, like I said, I want to turn this rainy day into a positive. So I'm going to use, so that is the sea breeze. Now I just have a bunch of different inks that I've picked up, mostly when Joann has a sale, and then like discounts on top of sales. I have picked up little packs, so these are not necessarily all ideal for blending, I'm sure, but they work. So this is the Versa Magic Sea Breeze, and then I've just started keeping these little daubers in the kit. They're not perfectly clean, the color doesn't perfectly match, but I find when I'm done, if I've cleaned them off, that works so that I don't need to have a ton. Although I might want, let me see, I might want a bigger dauber. Just a second, because this is actually a pretty big space. Alright, so these are newer. I got them from Tonic Studios. They're Nuvo. They have like super clearance deals. And so I got that in a package. The top is not from them though. The top is like a rounded sponge. I don't think it's from them. I don't know. But let's see. I have to really ink this up because it's new. Or so they say. And I'm just gonna kind of start swirling. I'm not pressing too hard right now because I know that's how it gets kind of splotchy. It's still gonna be splotchy, but that's okay. It's, like I said, this is not necessarily an ink designed for blending, and it's like a cloudy day. It's a sky with rain and there's a lot going on. So if there's some variations in my sky, I'm fine with that. So let's see. Just want to get the color all over. Not too bad. Again, you see, you know, just some of the circles and splotches, but that's okay. I am not using a super juicy pad. It's like, it's this little guy. And I also think it's the sponge, because over here it's starting to blend better. So I think as the sponge is getting more saturated, it's starting to blend more evenly. So I'm just going to keep going. And now I'm wondering, so for my ground, I was going to have green for grass, but with these little water puddles, I don't know. I feel like that, like water doesn't really puddle on the grass unless it's like flooded. So maybe I want like a light gray to represent, I don't really want brown. I don't want mud. But maybe a light gray, like to represent a street or a sidewalk. I'll try that. I wasn't going to put a ton of like detail into that ground part, just because I think it'll be mostly covered, but we shall see. So, okay, yeah, this blending, as the sponge is getting more saturated, the blending does seem to be getting a little bit smoother, which is nice. And I just kind of like, you can see, wiped it off. There's not really a lot hanging out there that's left. And I'm going to just keep this sponge in this container so that next time I have it. And then hopefully it'll work even better because it's already kind of inky. So let's actually look for a gray. So I brought out some different ink colors. Oh, this is all black. I don't know black. Is it all black? Do I have any gray in here? the real question is, do I actually have a gray ink? I do not know. I thought I did. Let's see. Let's look in the little book. Blends. Oh, yes. Okay, let's see. This is not bad, and this is not bad. Let's go with the lighter. Yeah. This just looks black, and it's so this is Distress ink, Hickory Smoke. It is a gray. Let me get another sponge. So this is a sponge that came with it. Since this is a little bit of a smaller area, let's try it. Let's see how it works compared to the rounded. I got the rounded because I'm watching other videos. That's how I learn. I saw people saying, excuse the garbage truck outside, by the way. If you hear noises, I apologize. But I saw people saying that sometimes the circle leaves too hard of an edge, and so the rounded dome is better. But I have these. I don't know, maybe this ink is up. There you go. There's something coming off of it. Doesn't seem to be very inky. Ooh. Okay. Well, it makes a little squeaky noise. I don't love the noise. Let me try dome. Don't know if I love that little spongy guy for this. Let's see. See if it's the dome or if it's the ink. The sponge or the ink. And as I said, trash can outside. I've wanted to make videos for a while, but I've always been kind of nervous about all the noises and background things that I just can't control. This is maybe just not juicy enough. That's okay. Probably need the bigger pads, but since I'm just starting out and experimenting, the littler ink squares are much more affordable to start. But anyway, after watching multiple people's videos and seeing them, some of them are beautiful and perfectly edited, and that's great. But there's also a lot of videos that personally I have loved that are not edited out. Kids interrupt, there's noises in the background, and that's real life. And so I can't do the perfectly edited, maybe someday, but I knew that that would not be me. And so that held me back from trying to make these for a while. But since I've enjoyed other people's where they just deal with their real life stuff in the background and keep on going, I figured I'd try. And I think I often prefer, I don't know if prefer is the right word, but I appreciate when, oof, see, little error, we're gonna fix that, we'll figure something out. When the people I'm watching are just real about the challenges and who they are and what they're doing. So hopefully if you are watching this, you appreciate that too. Okay, we've got that up there. Let's see, I might try to blend it out a little so it's not such a harsh line, and then we'll see about what I can do later to just color that, because that's not going to go away. But here we go. Oh wow, look, almost invisible, not quite, but so much better. There we go. See, we make mistakes and we just go with it. This is just for me, so as long as I'm happy with it, that is really what matters. This ground, it still feels, I'm not as happy with the splotchiness of the ground, because unlike the sky, I feel like the ground is, like if it's concrete, it's a little bit more smooth, but that's fine. So we have a background. Now, what I want to do is play with the stencils and maybe make some clouds. And so, again, this is where we're just going to play and experiment, and hopefully it's cute, and maybe it looks crazy. But I really want to try some pinks and purples, because if you look at this, again, I want to make this bright. I don't want this to be a dreary scene. I want this to be a fun, that's the color I should have used for the ground. Anyway, I want this to be kind of a fun, bright scene. Actually, let's see. Do I have a tannish color? Maybe go over it. Ooh, I have this wheat. Let's see. Let's try. Let's go over the ground a little bit and see what happens. Again, maybe we make a mess of it. Maybe it turns out really cute. Who knows? I'll start little and see how I feel about it. I don't hate it. I mean, it's not going to perfectly match this, but I feel like it just brings in that color, this, compared to this. It just, I like that better. And it softens up some of those splotches, which I was not a fan of. So this is actually blending really well. So, okay. I do like that a little bit better. And I think in the camera, when I look at this through my phone screen, that's what I'm using, the gray circle splotches seem much more vivid. Like when I look at it on my page, they seem kind of blended out. So I think the camera kind of highlights or emphasizes some of those contrasts more so than what I see on the page in front of me. Okay. I like it. It works. It definitely still looks like ground, so we're gonna leave it at that. Okay. Now, I don't know if I should do, I think, do I do the rain first or do I do the clouds first? I feel like I do the clouds first. So let's see. So the way these work. Okay, so we've got, this is the full cloud, and then this goes on top like a shadow. So maybe I want the pinker color on top and the more purple color on the bottom, but I want them to go together. So let's see. Do I want to do kind of light and fluffy or more bold? Purple and pink. These. Well, let's look at this pink. This pink. Oh, that's kind of a nice subtle pink in her muzzle. Oh, maybe this one. That seems to be aligned. Yeah, this seems kind of dull for these bright colors. But this one, okay, so we have the angel pink that we will try on top. Get a little spongy. And purple. Kind of like this, but I feel like that's going to be too much of a contrast. That would be a good contrast. The color is Oh yeah, that works. Okay, I like it. So the spring pansy is what we'll try for the darker color. Okay, here we go. And here we go. And these sponges have already been used, so hopefully that makes them blend a little easier. Again, they've been used for pinks and purples, probably not this exact color. Ooh, that looks very bright on the pad. Let's see how that turns out. But as long as it's in the color family, I think that works. I don't have enough sponges for every color to have a sponge, nor do I have the patience at this point, maybe someday, to label all those sponges so that I know exactly which sponge goes with which color. Okay, this is streaking a little bit, but let's see. That works. I don't want you across this edge. It's gonna look a little funky, I think, in the middle, but that's okay. I want this scene to continue. Oop, oop. So my edges probably won't be quite as harsh, but it's clouds. So it's fine. And I probably could, if I wanted to, you know, I could tape this down, make it a little easier. But meh. Again, I'm all for experimenting, trying, having fun. So if, you know, taping it down and making it really precise makes you happy, go for it. For me right now, I just want to play. And I'm getting some outside of the lines too. You can always mask off to prevent that, but again, these are little clouds. They're gonna have little wispies and things, and that's fine for me. In fact, maybe I'll do this one. There, we'll just do this one. So if doing all the fussy things to make it really precise is stressful for you or is not something you enjoy, you don't have to do it. You can just make it work. And if having all of that so that you get a really nice, crisp, perfect image, if that's your thing, go for it. It looks great when the people do that, and so there's nothing wrong with that. So just do what makes you, do what makes you happy. That's been my biggest thing. That's why I started doing this kind of journaling. I'll wipe that off later, instead of what I had been doing for planning, because while I am a planner, the creative part is my favorite. And so let's maximize that. All right, I'm going to try purple on the bottom. Again, we'll see how this looks, how this goes. These colors seem to go kind of nicely together, but who knows? Yeah. I don't know if I love it. Let's see. What if I take some pink over top and just kind of blend that out? Yeah, that's better. I like that better. I don't like the harsh lines. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'll use this stencil to get the bottoms, and that'll kind of help limit, you know, kind of mask it going all over the place. But then I'm gonna blend it out because I think that could look cool, but I'm not feeling it right now. There we go. Okay. Meh. It's fine. Okay. And oof, you are here. Okay. I don't even need that much ink. I think because there's so many layers of ink, and again, I'm kind of new to ink blending. These aren't necessarily the most commonly blended inks. I don't know if the layers, they're blending really nicely, and that's great, or if it's, you know, just kind of, it almost feels like it's sitting on top. Like it's not actually, you can see these like streakies. Like it's not actually perfect. Blending in, it's smooth, but it's smooth because it's just kind of feels like it's floating up there. So and maybe a little more pink because I think this is actually getting kind of purpley. There you go. Nice. And last one. What's this guy? Okay. And nope. Hold on. Purple first, then the pink. Lost track. That's okay. Teeny tiny little shoop, shoop, shoop. Okay. There you go. Okay, and now we do this guy. There it is. Okay. Alrighty. I like them. I'm actually gonna put a couple little floaties, little wispy clouds to kind of match my mistakes. Maybe that. And sometimes there's little cloudy wisps that happen. I don't know if that looks like wisps or smudges, but again, it's not there. I think if I streak it more, I'll go with it. Okay, just play, have fun, try it out. If you don't like it, you've learned. And if you do like it, cool. It is win-win either way. Okay. So we've got that. Last thing I want to do with my stencils, I believe, is this rain. And again, I think since we're playing with these colors, I almost want to do sort of a turquoisey. Look at my colors, what we've got here. See, this is why this is helpful for me. And people do it different ways. People have color swatches, people have whatever it is. And I skipped a page in between just because of all these smudges, right? So I did, you know, I had a page. It's Once on in a Million little notebook. This one I just did front and then I did that. But I realized pretty quickly, like, some of these colors are going to end up needing 2 pages. So someday, hopefully, I can build up my collection. So when that happens, let's see here, that blended over, and the back, don't worry about it. And we got this, you know, and then I don't need to worry about bleed through. So that's why it's every other page. Ooh, I like that. Does that match? Not really. It's bright though. I wish I could, you could answer me if that's too bright. Maybe this one. Turquoises are kind of in between. I don't know, that one just keeps calling to me. Do I like it like this? Maybe this one. And this is just square blue too, because I don't even know where it came from. It's just a little blue square ink pad that I had. I don't know if it came with, sometimes you get those stamp sets that have little squares of ink, or if it's a kid's ink set, I don't know. This is harder than I thought. Oh, do I want like a turquoisey rain? Because she's got more turquoise in her. There's not actually, that's the problem, is there's not a lot of blue. And it doesn't need to match perfectly, but I don't want to throw so much in here that it doesn't look cohesive at all. So maybe this one, Pool Party. It's like enough of a blue that could be rain, because this matches, but this is a little too green for me. And it should stand out, but maybe not too much. Let's try it. And if I don't like it, we can throw something on top of it. So we're going to try Pool Party. Places. Oh, this is a new one. I just got this. It's part of a little kit. And let's see. Get a little dauber here. Yeah, I actually discovered, so I don't know how long this will be, but I am a teacher, which is part of why I'm not playing in the summertime. And Joann's, it doesn't say it on their stuff, on their website or anything, but they're 15% off discount, which is what it still lists it as, even when you add it to your cart. Like if you do an online order, is actually a 30% discount right now, which is kind of crazy. And if you are, as long as you're not buying a doorbuster or clearance, it will stack on top of discounts. So I got like a whole pack of, like, it was a card making kit that was originally, I think, like 30 or 40 bucks, and it ended up being like, I don't even know, $10 or $15. Do I like that? Yeah, we're gonna commit. So that's one way that I've been kind of stocking up and playing this summer. I've been getting all the things. It's been too much, but I keep seeing new ideas and wanting to play. So I have used that. But if you are a teacher, that is an excellent little discount right now. I also think Michael's upped their teacher discount, but I'm not totally sure. I think it might be 20% right now, but I have no idea why I think that or where I heard it. So that could be completely wrong. So please don't go to Michael's and be mad if that's not true. There we go. Okay. Let's do... Do I want all three of these? I don't think so. I think I want actually this big guy right here. Make sure these raindrops made it all the way down. Again, because I don't have this taped down very tightly, there's going to be little smudges and things. So if that bothers you, if you want a much more precise stenciling, then tape it down, mask, and just like cover over. You can use like post-it notes or washi tape the parts that you don't want to get ink on. For me, I'm just playing. This is just for me. So I want to play with the ink. That's the fun part for me. So I'm going to skip those steps. Let's see. Yeah, that works. Okay. And then we'll do two little ones. Maybe a little one. Maybe overlapping a little bit. Let's see what that looks like. Ooh, 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 ooh. There. The danger of not taping is the little smudges are fine, but I don't want it to completely move. I like it. I like that. Do I still put some drops like around it? I don't know. Does it need some drops down here? Maybe like a couple? Like really faint ones or something? Okay, that's fine. And off to the side. And so I'm trying to, like, the rain is going to be everywhere, but I don't necessarily want to put the drops on top of the clouds. So I'm trying to kind of work around the clouds. Recognizing that rain is going to be kind of everywhere, but I want it to not necessarily overlap with that cloud design. So let's see, how's that? Okay, put a couple little ones right here in between. That, there we go. And somewhere down here. One thing I've been curious about, people have been using like mousses and gels and they look very cool. But I wonder how they clean off your stencil as I look at this very dirty stencil, but I can just wipe it off with like a cloth or rinse it or baby wipe or whatever, and it's fine. I wonder if you use some of those mixed media like mousses and stuff, if that comes off just as easily. Makes me a little nervous about trying those. Let's do you right in the middle here. I feel like this is a good spot. And I apologize if this camera is really shaky while I'm stenciling. It is attached to my desk on a little holder, and apparently I am a somewhat aggressive stenciler, and so it's making my desk shake a little bit, but hopefully it's not too much to try to get it up. Okay, this, maybe I will do the two on this side. Let's do one down here. Do the littlest guy. And there we go. You know, there's a lot of raindrops right there, and that's okay. Maybe a faint puddle. Maybe if I just do it really light. Let's see what happens if I just barely. That works. Okay, and maybe a few more raindrops, not to the intensity of this little overlapping deluge randomly above that puddle. That's okay. I think we'll just put a sticker over that. That'll be fine. Okay. And there goes the stencil. It's got a lot going on. There's a lot of raindrops, but I like it. I think if I were to do this again, we would do a little less raindrops. It's hard because I was moving this around because I didn't necessarily just want it straight across like this because of the clouds, but then in doing so, this side seems better. This side, it got a little, it's very rainy over here. Let's just say that. Okay, so now it's time to bring in the stickers. So I obviously want these girls that are playing in the puddles. And one thing that's cool about these little bits box kits is that there's these die cut stickers, which are, they're nice and big, so that's good for this little scene. I think I want to do that. So we've got 3 kinds of little splishy splashy unicorns. So we will put you here. Okay. And then, see, I don't necessarily want her playing by herself. I don't know that I want 2 of the same exact ones. So, I think I need something here. What else do I have? I mean, maybe, is she just gonna stand in the rain? Let's see this one. What do we think? Oh, do I have a die cut of her? It's easier to move her around then. Is she gonna just, in that case, I kind of want you, See, it almost feels like I need something in each puddle, but that's a lot of little characters. Proportionally, this guy's a little bit small. So what if I do, let me see. So if I put you here, and you here, you, maybe this is the kid, and this is the adult supervising. These 2 are more grown up. Or what if she's just in between the puddles? That could work. What about there? I kind of like that better, and then maybe I will find something like a little, I was gonna put my sentiments up at the top, but maybe there's something small down there. Okay, I'll put you back. Where did you come from? Maybe I won't put you back. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna put you back. Oh, I don't need you just yet. I'm gonna do this, I think. Yes. So we're gonna do this. Okay, it's a little busy, but that's okay. I like lots of things going on. Boof. Oh, you're gonna cover her. Let's don't fall down yet. Here we go. There. You are splashing away. Over here. Oh, didn't even overlap. That's okay. Okay. So we've got that going on. And do I want, what do I want? Don't want to use 2 of the same character. So what if I take a little, oh. I kind of like that pink. So there's so much turquoise. The yellow seems random, but the pink, it's almost like there was this bright pink over here and a bright pink down here. Let's do it. Okay. Okay, so we've got trust your guts. You are magic. Believe in your potential. You're healing one playlist at a time. Oh, sorry. My dog, when he's left alone, cries like he is being tortured. And there's not much I can do about that right now, so we're gonna just wrap this up real quick. I'm gonna put that there. I might add, I kind of want to add a little bit of sparkle. And I think I will show you a picture at the end. I need to go shush the dog. I promise he's not dying. He's just a little lonely. Maybe some music notes. I'm hoping he just shushes himself. Or, ooh, what about stars? Okay, let's see. He seems to be losing steam. Hopefully he's almost done. Nope. Nope. He's not almost done. Let's do this. Okay. These little glimmer drops, I'm going to put them on some of the raindrops to make them stand out a little bit. Just not everywhere, but just a little sparkle. Now these will dry rounded if you put them as little blobs, but I'm trying to kind of drag them up like little raindrops, just here and there. I don't know if you can hear him. That's like his, oh, I give up. I promise my dog is just fine. He's not dying. He just does not like to be alone. He cannot be in my crafty space because he will get into everything. So that happens. Another reason why I have put off doing videos for so long, because I cannot control that. But you know what? We are just going to go with this is real life. This is what happens. I have children. I have a pet. I have a husband. I have traffic outside. All the things. But we're just going to craft. Okay. Let's see. Let's see how these are spread out. You can kind of see that they're just sporadic. I don't want them everywhere, but just enough to make it kind of shine. I think I want maybe one here. And let's see. Maybe one here. Just a couple more. Let's try that. I love me some sparkles, so but adding it to every single one would be a little ridiculous. Okay, I like that. That's working, and it gives it that kind of wet look. Hopefully when it dries, it remains that way. And then I almost want to put like some kind of shimmery underneath. Let's see. I have these. Don't have a purple. I have a white, but since I didn't make white clouds, I don't know that will go well. How about this silver? And I just try to spread it super thin. Super thin. Come on. And kind of trace around the edges. I think I like that. Again, kind of like with everything else, I'm not being super careful, just kind of going with it. Okay, that I like. Okay. Oh, I like that. Okay, I think that's good. So this is my little decorative journal for today. It represents taking a kind of rough start this morning, the rain clouds, and turning it into, I'm healing one playlist at a time, something bright and fun and colorful. And this just, I think, is actually a good representation of my day. Do I need anything up in this little corner? No, I don't think so. I think I like it just like this. Okay, so that was quite a long time. Thank you for hanging out with me. If you are still with me, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope that it inspires you to play and just enjoy what you have. Take your materials, throw them together, and experiment. Have a wonderful day, and see you next time. Happy crafting. Bye.